Hello everyone, a very good evening and welcome to this live session by TalentSprint. This is Gayatri here. I see a lot of you are waiting for the session. Hi Digvijay, hi Tina, hi Vishnupriya, Vinaya, Tirumala, Karthik. Good evening all of you, welcome to the session. Nice to see you all here. I see some of you were waiting for quite some time now. So thanks for waiting. So today's session is on quantitative ability, and we are going to be solving few questions from the quantitative ability section. The questions will be useful for your upcoming examinations like IBPS, PO prelims examination that is coming up in the month of October. So in today's session, I'm going to be focusing on two topics mainly. One is the data sufficiency topic, and then in data sufficiency itself you have questions wherein involving comparisons, right? Which quantity is higher, so questions of that type, and also we will also be looking at few questions from data interpretation. So these are the topics that we are going to be focusing on today. Hi Vidya, good evening. Hi Kaustav, good evening, welcome to the session. So let's get started. Let's directly start looking at the question. The pattern that we follow for the session will be the same as we do for all the previous sessions, which we have been doing. So the question will appear on your screen. As the question appears on your screen, try to solve the question, give me your answer, and then I will go about solving the questions. Let's look at the first question for the session. The first question is there on your screen. Hi Karthik, hi Kiran, good evening. So this question is on comparison. What is this question type? See, generally you will be given two quantities here. So you have to find out the value of the two quantities, quantity 1, quantity 2, and then compare them. Say whether quantity 1 is greater than quantity 2 or quantity 2 is greater than quantity 1, or are they equal? Yes. So when it comes to questions on comparison, keep in mind that see, it is not like data sufficiency questions wherein we just say whether the given data is enough to arrive at the answer. Here you have to compare the two quantities, so you have to find out the exact answer here. I tell this in my sessions that when it is a question on data sufficiency, you don't have to solve and find out the exact answer. You just need to know whether the given information is enough to arrive at the answer. But when it comes to question on comparisons, you have to find out the exact answer in both the cases, right? Quantity 1 and quantity 2. Then only you will be able to compare it and arrive at the correct answer. Try this question. So the directions say that each question below consists of a statement followed by quantity 1 and quantity 2. Find both to find the relationship among them. Mark your answer accordingly. Quantity 1 says if the numerator of a fraction is increased by 25% and denominator is decreased by 25%, then the fraction becomes 4 by 3. Find the original fraction. Similarly, quantity 2 is also given. Hi Sai Manikanta, good evening. Hi Vishnupriya, good evening. Hi Vinaya, good evening. Yes, Vidya has already given me the answer for this question. Anybody else got the answer? Please let me know if you are done. Is it that difficult? It's not such a difficult question. It's an easy one. You just have to find out what is quantity 1, what is quantity 2, and then just compare them. Good evening, Joseph. Welcome to the session. Good evening, Madhu. So, okay, let us solve. I think you shouldn't be taking so much time to solve this question. It's an easy one. I think Vidya, your solving speed is good. I expected others also to give me the answer in that much time. That's the time that is required to solve the question. Yes, you should not be spending more time on such questions. What is given here? What is quantity 1? If the numerator of a fraction is increased by 25%. So let us take the fraction to be x by y. Okay, I am trying to find out what is quantity 1. The numerator of the fraction is increased by 25%. What is the numerator? Numerator here is x. It is increased by 25% means I can say that it has become, if x was the numerator, now the numerator has become 125 by 100 of x, or I can say 1.25x. I can also say it is nothing but equal to 5 by 4 times x. It is easier to represent it in terms of fractions so that it is easier for me to solve. So I am going to represent it in terms of fractions like this. So now what has x become? X has become 5 by 4 x. The numerator of the fraction has increased by 25%, or the numerator has become 5 by 4 times x. 25% means 125 by 100. This in terms of fractions is nothing but 5 by 4. And what has the denominator become? The denominator of the fraction has decreased by 25%, or the denominator has become 75% of its value. Now what is 75% in terms of fractions? 75% in terms of fractions is nothing but 3 by 4. So the denominator has become 3 by 4 times y. Now what is the question? You have to find out the original fraction. Find the original fraction. And when this happens, the fraction has become 4 by 3. Yes, when the numerator is increased by 25% and the denominator is decreased by 25%, the new fraction formed is 4 by 3. So this 4 and 4 will get cancelled. So I have 5 by 3 of x by y, that is equal to 4 by 3. Or what is x by y? X by y is nothing but 4 by 5. So the first quantity here is nothing but 4 by 5. Now second one, what is the second quantity here? If the numerator of a fraction is decreased by 20%. So let me take the second fraction to be a by b. Okay, and here the numerator is decreasing by 20%, or the numerator is now 80% of its actual value. What is 80% in terms of fractions? 4 by 5. So a has now become 4 by 5 times a. 4 by 5 is nothing but 80% or 0.8a. Similarly, what is happening to the denominator? The denominator is increased by 20%. Earlier the denominator was b, now it has become 1.2b, or 120 by 100 times b, which is nothing but in terms of fractions it is 6 by 5b. And when this happens, the fraction becomes 1 by 2, or I can say 4 by 6 of a by b, that is equal to 1 by 2. Or what is a by b? A by b is equal to, what do you get? 3 by 4. A by b is 3 by 4. Now what is the question? Okay, this is quantity 2 is 3 by 4. So now 3 by 4. So now you have to compare this and this. See, 4 by 5 is nothing but 80% or 0.8. 3 by 4 is nothing but 0.75. Correct? So which is higher? Quantity 1. Quantity 1 is greater than quantity 2. So what will be your answer? Your answer here will be option C. Quantity 1 is greater than quantity 2. I hope it's clear. Yes. So Karthik and Sai Manikanta have also given me the correct answer. Quantity 1 greater than quantity 2. Very good. I hope it is clear to others as well. Let's move on to the next question. Please try to solve the questions along with me and give me the answers as and once you solve. It is okay if you make mistakes. I am here to help you. Even if you make mistakes, it's fine. The best thing that you have done is you have tried to solve the question and you are giving me some answer. That's the more important thing. Okay, don't worry about whether the answer is right or wrong. Just give me the answer. Next question. Each question below contains a statement followed by quantity 1 and quantity 2. Find both to find the relationship among them. Mark your answer accordingly. Quantity 1 is less than quantity 2, quantity 1 less than or equal to quantity 2. Options are given. Okay, and 2 quantities are given. So this question is on probability. What is given here? Quantity 1 says the probability of getting 3 consecutive heads when a fair coin is tossed 3 times. Quantity 2, the probability of getting an odd number on all the 3 fair dice that is thrown. Give me the answer for this. Sai Manikanta has given me the answer. He says the answer is option C. So let's try it out. Option C is quantity 1 greater than quantity 2. Is that the answer for the previous question or for this question? Okay, anyway, others? Any other answers? Okay, Vinaya also says quantity 1 greater than quantity 2. C. Okay, let's try it out. So what is given here? Okay, Vidya says quantity 1 is equal to quantity 2. That's a different answer. Others are saying the answer is C. Vidya says it's option E. Let's try it out. Quantity 1, what does it say? The probability of getting 3 consecutive heads when a fair coin is tossed 3 times. Okay, so I have to, in the first toss I have to get head, in the second toss I have to get head, and in the third toss also I have to get head. What is the probability of getting head? See, when you toss a coin, either you can get a head or a tail. Either it is this or it is this. So what is the probability of getting a head? Totally there are 2 possible outcomes. Either I can get a head or a tail, and my favorable case is the one of getting a head. Correct? So what is the probability of getting a head when I toss a fair coin? The probability of getting a head is 1 by 2. See, fair coin means there is equal chance of getting head and tail. Correct? So probability of getting head when I toss a fair coin is 1 by 2. Here what is happening? I am tossing the coin 3 times. And what is the probability that I get head all the 3 times? So probability that I get head the first time is 1 by 2. Probability that I get the head the second time is also 1 by 2. Probability that I get a head the third time is also 1 by 2. So probability that I get head all the 3 times is nothing but 1 by 2, 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Okay. Probability of getting the first time and probability of getting the second time and probability of getting the head the third time. And correct? So multiplication. So what is the probability of getting a head all the 3 times? And in consecutive heads all the 3 times, it is nothing but 1 by 8. So the quantity 1 is 1 by 8. Now let us look at quantity 2. The probability of getting an odd number on all the 3 fair dice that is thrown. So which are the odd numbers that can come? See, so the first quantity was about a coin, and I get the probability required as 1 by 8. Here I am throwing a dice, and what is the probability of getting an odd number? So which are the odd numbers that can come? When you throw a dice, the odd numbers in the dice are, which are the odd numbers? 1, 3 and 5. okay, the probability of getting an odd number on all the 3 fair dice that is thrown. So basically I have 3 dice. Yes, so when I throw these 3 dice together, right, or basically I am throwing all these 3 dice, and in all the dice I should get an odd number, correct? The probability of that is only what they are asking. The probability of getting an odd number on all the 3 fair dice that is thrown. So what is the probability of getting an odd number in the first dice? See, in the dice totally there are 6 sides or 6 numbers. I can get any of the 6 numbers. Out of these 6 numbers, if I get any of these 3 numbers, that is my favorable case. So probability of getting an odd number in the dice is nothing but 3 by 6. So probability of getting an odd number in the first die is 3 by 6, and probability of getting an odd number in the second dice is also 3 by 6, and probability of getting an odd number in the third dice is also 3 by 6. This is nothing but 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, correct? 3 by 6 is 1 by 2, right? You can write it like that also, or this is equal to 1 by 8. So what is your answer here? Quantity 2 is also 1 by 8. So your answer here will be quantity 1 is equal to quantity 2, that is option E. Hi Anand, good evening, welcome to the session. You seem to be a little late for today's session. No worries, we've just solved 2 questions till now. So here quantity 1 and quantity 2 are the same. So your answer will be option E. So Vidya, Kiran and Rishikesh have got the correct answer. I hope for others it is clear. So this is how you solve it. I hope you understand, right, how I found out quantity 1, quantity 2 and quantity 3. If there is any clarifications that you need, please do let me know. Otherwise, I will move on with the next question. Shall we move on to the next question? Would you want me to explain this quantity 2, any doubt how I am putting this 3 by 6? Anything at all, please do ask me. Yes, okay, so Sai Maniganda says it's clear. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is there on your screen. Each question below, again same type, comparison of quantity 1 and 2, and what is given here, this is a question on profit, loss and discounts. So quantity 1 is if the marked price of an article is rupees 175 and the percentage markup is 40%, what is the profit earned if the article is sold at a discount of 20%? Quantity 2 is rupees 12. Ravi, which admission are you inquiring about? I am not able to follow your question. If you are asking about TalentSprint courses, like I said, all the content that you need for your preparation for the bank and SSC examinations, it is already available in our YouTube channel. You can go through that, and we have also come up with a 50-day study plan for all those of you who are preparing for the IBPS PO examination, and we are uploading regular content in the portal, so in the YouTube channel, so you can go through that. and follow the study plan for your preparation. Yes. Okay, so for this question, Vidya has given me the answer as Q1 is greater than Q2. Karthik says answer is option E. Kiran says option A. Let's solve this. What is quantity 1? If the marked price of an article is rupees 175. So marked price of an article is 175 and the percentage markup is 40%. So what is happening? I have cost price and this cost price into 140 by 100, correct? I am marking up this cost price by 40% and I am getting this 175. Now the question is, what is the profit earned if the article is sold at a discount of 20%? So initially I have to find out what is the cost price. What is the cost price? Find out from here. See, marked price was 175 and it is given that there was a markup of 40% or cost price into 140 by 100 is equal to 175, correct? So cost price is nothing but 175 into 100 by 140, correct? That is 20 will go in both, right? 5 by 7 or 175 by 7 is 25. So 25 into 5 is equal to 125. So the cost price is 125 here. If the cost price is 125, marked price is 175, and what is happening? The article is sold at a discount of 20%. So 175 was the marked price of the article and a discount of 20% is given on this. So what was the selling price? Discount of 20% means it is sold at 80% of the marked price, or it is sold at 4/5 of the marked price. Again, 80% in terms of fractions is 4 by 5. If you remember this fraction, it's always easier to solve. So what will you get here? Thirty-five into 4, that is 140. Now, so here you have the cost price is 125, selling price is 140. So what is your profit? Your profit here is selling price minus cost price, which is equal to 15 rupees. Correct? 140 minus 125, which is 15 rupees. So the quantity 1 that I am looking for is 15 rupees. Because they have said what is the profit earned? Profit earned is 50 rupees. What is quantity 2? Quantity 2 is 12 rupees. So which quantity is higher? Quantity 1 is greater than quantity 2. Clear? So your answer here will be option C. Quantity 1 greater than quantity 2. Yes, so Vidya, Vinaya, Sai Maniganda, all of you have given me the correct answer. Good. Next one. Moving on to the next question. So the next question is on data interpretation, and here there is a pie chart that is given and a table also that is given. Based on this, questions are asked. So the following pie chart shows the percentage distribution of the number of students in 5 buildings in a residential colony. The table shows the ratio of the number of male to female students in those 5 buildings. The total number of male students in buildings A and B combined is 168. So try to analyze the given information and try to give me the answer for the first question, and then I'll go about solving it. Hi Sugeta, good evening. Seeing you after a long time. Welcome to the session. Karthik says the answer here is option D. Okay, let's see. So, before I start solving the question, I would like to skim through the subsequent questions from this set. Okay. So, here first of all, we don't know how many people are what is the total number of students of the pie chart? Sai Manikanta is asking me. That is something that we have to find out, Sai Manikanta. That's why I said, let us just skim through the questions that are following this set, okay? See here, they are talking about total number of male students in building A and B combined is 168. That's all is the value that is given to us. And first question is, which of the following two quantities are equal? So here, to find out the answer, you need to know the total students of building A, male students of building E, female students of building E. All these you have to find out. Without finding that out, we cannot find out the answer. Now look at the second question. What is the overall ratio of the number of male and female students in the building combined? Again, for this you have to find out the total number of males in the building, total number of females in the buildings. Then third question, the difference between the number of males and female students in building A is how much greater than the difference between males and female students in building E? I am just skimming through the questions, okay? I will tell you why I am doing that. Then if buildings A and B were located in plot 1 and buildings C and D were located in plot 2, what is the difference between the number of male students in plot 1 and female students in plot 2? Basically, when I skim through the questions, what I understand is that I will have to find out, basically I have to decode all this information that is given. In the sense, I have to find out how many male members are staying in building A, how many females are staying in building A, how many males are staying in building B, females in building B, and so on, because all the questions are based on that, right? So what I am going to do is, I am going to try and find out that information first, so that I can use that for all the subsequent questions. So I have 5 buildings, A, B, C, D and E. Now, the only information that we have is total number of male students in the buildings A and B combined are 168. So totally there are 168 male students in A and B together. So if I say that totally there are X students, let us assume that totally there are X students in all the buildings put together. How many students are there in building A? 18% of the students are there in building A. So out of this X students, 18% belong to building A. Out of the students in building A, how many male members are there? See, male is to female in the building A is in the ratio 2:1, or I can say 2/3. So totally if there are 3 people, correct, 2 of them are males, or out of this 18%, 2/3 are male members. Similarly, if you look at building B, totally there are X people. Out of this X people, 12% belongs to building B. Out of this 12% of X, how many males are there? See, if there are 4 people altogether in building B, 3/4 of them, right? 3 of them are male, or 3/4 of the total number of people in building B are male members, and the sum of the male members in building A plus male members in building B, this is equal to 168. So from here you have to find out what is the value of x. That is the first thing that you do, correct? So you will have 6, 3, or you have 12x plus 9x, that is 21x, that is equal to 16800, or I can say x is equal to 800. So the total number of people in the buildings, all the buildings put together is 800. Total number of students in all the 5 buildings put together is 800. That is the first thing that we have got. So using that you can find out how many people are there in A, B, C, D and E. Totally there are 800 people, and in building A, 18% of 800 people are there in building A. So how many people are there in building A? 800 into 18 by 100. What is 18 into 8? 144. So 144 people are there in building A. How many people are there in building B? 12% of 800, which is nothing but 96. 12 8s are 96. Again, how many people are there in building C? 24% of 800, or that is nothing but 24 into 8, which is nothing but 192. Similarly, 16% of the people are in D. So how many people are there in building D? 800 into 16, or 8 into 16, basically 800 into 16 by 100, that is 8 into 16, which is nothing but 128. How many people are there in E? 30 into 8, that is 240. So this is the total number of people in each building, and the total comes to 800. Now let's find out how many male members are there in A and how many female members are there in A. Like that we'll have to find out for B, C, D and E. Now why I am doing this is that because all this information is constantly going to be required in all the subsequent questions. So once I find out this table, then solving all the questions becomes very, very easy. That's why I am doing this. Okay? Yeah. So for this question, I think Vidya says the answer is option C. Karthik says, ma'am, no option is equal. Yes, we will check that in some time. First, let us just finish this table so that the same information, we can use it for all the subsequent questions. So here we found out already, right? How many male members are there? Did we find that out? No. Okay, see, there are 144 people. Out of this 144 people, how many male members are there? 144 into 2 by 3. Right? 2 by 3 of this, right? See, male is to female is in the ratio 2:1. So male, how many male members are there? 2/3 are male and 1/3 are female. Correct? Or this is nothing but 96. So if there are 96 male, how many female are there? 144 minus 96, or 48 female members are there. Right? 144 minus 96, or just do 144 divided by 3, that is also fine. 48. Next, here next in city B, right, sorry, in building B, male is to female is in the ratio 3:1. So out of this 96, 3/4 are male and 96, 1/4, the remaining 1/4 are female. So how many male members are there and how many female members are there here? 96 into 3/4. So this is nothing but 24. So 96 minus 24. See, you can just find out one, and the other one, see, if I find out this as, this is easier, right? 96/4, 24. Just do 96 minus 24. That will be the answer that you are looking for here, 72. Any one if you solve, you can automatically find out the other one. Yeah, that will help us in reducing the calculation. Next, 192 people are there in building C, and how many male and female are there? So 192 into 5/8 will be the number of male members. Here it will be 192 into 3/8. So when I do 192 into 5/8, what do I get? I get 120, correct? Yeah, 120, correct. 24 into 5, 120. So this will be 72, right? 120 plus 72 is 192. Similarly, here if it is 128, here it is very easy, right? Male is to female is in the ratio 1:1. So half. This will be 64, this will be 64. Next one, it is 7:5. So 7 by 12 of 240, which is nothing but 140, correct? This is 20, 7 into 20 is 140, so this will be 100. So this is the numbers that we are looking for. Now, totally how many male members are there? Just add all these. Totally how many female members are there? Just add all these. Let's not do it for now. Might be if it is required for a question, we will do it. Okay. Now, let us look at the first question. Which of the following two quantities are equal? The total students in building A and male students of building E. Total students in building A is 144. Male students in building E is 140. Both are not the same. So, this is not your answer. Total students in building D and female students in E. Total students in building D is 128. Female students in E is 100. Again, both are not the same. Male students of building B. Male students of building B is 72 and female students of building C is also 72. So, these two quantities are equal. So, what will be your answer? Your answer will be option C. Yes. So, Karthik, Rishikesh, Anil and Vidya have given me the correct answer. Dinesh has also given the correct answer. Good. Yes, so option C will be your answer. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. What is the overall ratio of the number of male to female students in the building combined? So, ratio of number of male to female students. So, all you have to do is add the total number of males, add the total number of females and find the ratio. So, let us just move on to the previous slide. What do you do here? 96 plus 72 plus 120 plus 64 plus 140. Similarly, do 48 plus 24 plus 72 plus 64 plus 100. So, what do you get here? See, if you add the females, what will you get? See, you have 48 plus 24, that is 72. 72 plus 72, that is 144. 144 plus 100, which is nothing but 244, 240 go in both. So, this is nothing but 1, 2, 3 and this will be 7, 7. That's how you get that. Yes. Good. Let's move on to the next question. The difference between the number of male and female students in building A is how much greater than the difference between male and female students in building E? Yes, so 48, okay. Again an easy one, right? Difference between number of females to male and female students in building A is how much greater than male and female in building E. So, let us look at male and female in building A. It is 96 and 48. So, what is 96 minus 48? 96 minus 48 is 48. Again, what is the difference between male and female in building E? 140 minus 100, that is 40. So, I have 96 minus 48, that is 48 and 140 minus 100, which is equal to 40. Now, what are they asking? They are asking us for this difference, 48 minus 40, or what is the answer? 8, option C. So, once you form that table, it is very easy to answer the subsequent questions. So when you see such a question in the examination, do not skip it immediately assuming that it's going to be time consuming. It is not actually time consuming, right? The only time that is taken is to form that table. Once you form the table, all the subsequent questions are very, very easy to solve. So such questions you can definitely attempt in the examination. Okay, moving forward, next one. See, there are some questions where for each and every is it buffering? Is it okay now? Here the signal shows good. Is it buffering for others as well? Yes, okay, just give me a moment, let's get it checked. Yeah, 1 second, I'll just get it checked, okay, give me a moment. Okay, Vidya says it's okay now. Okay, yes. Anyway, we are checking it. Just a yeah, it's fine, right? Yeah, things seems to be okay now. So I think I will continue. So we solved this question, right? Let's move on to the next question. So like I was saying, such questions, if it appears in the examination, please do give it a try. And see, there are few data interpretation questions wherein for each sub question there will be lot of calculations involved. So for such questions, might be you can keep it towards the end or skip the question. But for questions like this, right, that one table if you form, all the subsequent questions are very easy to solve. Such questions you should always attempt it in the examination. Next. If buildings A and B were located in plot 1 and buildings C and D were located in plot 2, what is the difference between the number of male students in plot 1 and the number of female students in plot 2? What's the answer for this? Buildings A and B are located in plot 1, C and D are located in plot 2. What is the difference between male students in plot 1 and female students in plot 2? Okay, so male students in A and B. Which are the male members in A and B? I have 96 and 72. And female students in C and D, I have 72 and 64. So basically I have to subtract this sum from this sum. So the 72 and 72 will automatically get cancelled. I just have to do 96 minus 64, which is nothing but 32. So my answer for that question will be 32. correct? I have 96 plus 72, which is the number of male members in A and B together, and I have 72 and 64. So just cancel out this 72, you just have to do 96 minus 64, that is 32. Option is B. So remember, even in such questions, don't waste your time doing this addition. Actually, that addition is not even required, right? Just cancel out whatever is common. It will be easier for us to calculate. You are reducing the number of calculations that you have to do. Next. How much greater is the average number of male students in buildings C, D and E than the average number of female students in building A and E? Dinesh says the answer is B, that is 34. Let's see. Average number of male students in buildings C, D, E. So which are how many male students are there in building C, D and E? 120 plus 140, that is 260 plus 64, that is nothing but 324. Correct? 324 divided by 3. Yes, so let me just write it down here, that so you have to do 124 plus 64 plus 140 divided by 3 minus female in A and E, that is 48 plus 100 divided by 2, average of that. Basically this is what you have to find out, and this is the answer that you are looking for. Yes, and I think when you solve this, you get the answer as 34. So the answer that you are looking for is option B, 34. Yes, exactly 34 you will get. So Dinesh, Anil, Rishikesh, Sugeta, Vidya, Sai Manikanta, all of you have got the answer correctly. Good. Let's move on to the next question. The next question is on data sufficiency. In the following question, the question statement is followed by two statements. Read the statements carefully and find that which of the following statements is or are sufficient to answer the question. Either statement 1 or 2 alone is sufficient, statement 1 alone is sufficient, statement 2 alone is sufficient, both are required, both are not sufficient. Next question is on data sufficiency. Monthly income of 3 friends A, B and C are such that they spend 30%, 50% and 60% respectively of their income. What is the difference between savings of A and C? Vidya says the answer is only 2. So let's try it out. Others, what is the answer that you get? See, remember in questions on data sufficiency, you do not have to find out the exact value. Just write down the given information and try to solve it and see if you will be able to arrive at the answer. If you will be able to arrive at the answer, just mark which statement is helping you with that. That's enough. Don't waste your time trying to find out the actual answer. It is not required here. Okay, so statement one, monthly income. Okay, there are three people, so A, B and C are there, and they are spending. Okay, so if A's income is A, B's income is B and C's income is C, A is spending 0.3 times A, B is spending 0.5 B, and C is spending 0.6 C. This is their spending. So we all obviously know what will be the saving, right? Expenditure is spending, and they are spending so much. So what is their savings? Their savings will be 0.7, the remaining, right? 7 times the salary, 0.5 times B and 0.4 times C. This is what we know from the question. Now, statement 1 says B saves 12,000 rupees every month, which is 3,000 rupees less than the expenditure of A. Or what does that mean? B saves 12,000 rupees every month. So the savings of B, that is 0.5 times B, is given as 12,000. So from here I can find out what is B. I can find that answer out. And this 12,000 is 3,000 less than the expenditure of A. Or what does that mean? How much is A spending? A is spending 12,000 plus 3,000, or I can say A is spending 15,000. Now spending means 0.3 times the salary of A. That is what A is spending. Or from here I can find out what is the salary of A. But what is the question here? What is the difference between the savings of A and C? So can I find out the savings of A and C with the help of this? See, I know I will be able to find out what is A, what is B, but I will not know what is C. Unless I know what is C, I don't know what is the savings of C, and I cannot get the answer that I am looking for. So using the statement 1 alone, I am not able to arrive at the answer. Now let us look at statement 2. What does statement 2 say? Sum of monthly income of A and C is 80,000. So sum of monthly income of A and C means A plus C is 80,000, and C spends 18,000 rupees every month, or 0.6 times C is given as 18,000, right? So from here I can find out what is C. Once I find out C, I can find out what is A, correct? See, 0.6 C is 18,000. From there I can solve for C. Then using this equation I can find out what is A. Once I get what is A, I can obviously find out the savings of C and savings of A and subtract that and get the answer. So using statement 2, I am able to arrive at the answer that I am looking for. I can find out the difference between savings of A and C. So your answer here will be only statement 2 is enough to arrive at the answer. Is it clear? Option C will be your answer. Only statement 2 is sufficient to arrive at the answer. Like I said, do not waste your time trying to find out the exact values. Just see if the given information is enough to arrive at the answer. See, for the comparison questions that we did, you need the exact value of those quantities to compare. Here, you just have to see if the given data is sufficient to arrive at the answer. So the correct answer here will be option C. Next one. Kiran started the work and left after 4 days. Find the number of days taken by Milan and Raman to complete the remaining part of the work. So how will you solve this? Good evening, Vignesh. Welcome to the session. You are joining the session. We are almost completing it. No worries. You can always refer back to the archives when you have time. Yes. So for this question, again, how do you don't waste your time solving it? Just read the information and see which which statement is required to arrive at the answer. Kiran started a work. Okay, Kiran is working for 4 days and Kiran is leaving. Then Milan and Raman are completing the remaining part of the work. Okay. The first statement, what does the first statement says? The first statement says that Kiran and Milan together can complete a work in 100 by 9 days. So Kiran plus Milan, they are completing a work in 100 by 9 days, and ratio, respective efficiencies of Kiran and Milan is, respective ratio of efficiencies of Milan and Raman is 6:5. Okay, so the efficiency of Milan and Raman is given as 6:5. Okay, now next. So using this statement, can I find out the answer? No. Right, see here I know that Kiran and Milan put together they are completing the work in 100 by 9 days. Even if they had given the ratio of efficiencies between Kiran and Milan, might be I could have found out how many days Kiran will take alone to complete the work and how many days Milan will take alone to complete the work. But here they are giving the efficiencies of Milan and Raman together. So using these information I cannot get the answer for the question. Look at the second statement. Second statement says Kiran and Raman can together complete a work in 12 days. Yes? Yes. Kiran and Raman can together complete a work in 12 days. So, and I know the ratio, work ratio of Milan is to Raman. Now what is given in the question? Kiran started a work and he is leaving in 4 days. So Milan and Raman, how long will they take to complete the remaining work? So here if I use these two statements separately, I am not able to arrive at the answer. But if I use both the statements together, definitely I will be able to get the answer, right? So they are asking for the number of days Milan and Raman will take to complete the remaining part of the work, which obviously we should be able to find out with the given information. If we actually try to solve it, it's going to be a lengthy solution. But here you just need to know whether the given information is enough to arrive at the answer. So here the answer will be both the statements 1 and 2 together are needed to answer the question. Right? Yes. So all of you are giving me the answer as both are needed. Yes, that is right. Okay. So correct answer here will be both statements 1 and 2 are needed to arrive at the answer. See, now how do we solve it? So I'll just give you the logic. What does statement 1 say? Kiran and Milan can together complete a work in 100 by 9 days. 1 by k plus 1 by m. That is equal to 9 by 100 we have. And the ratio of efficiencies of Milan is to Raman. So if Raman is able to complete 1 by rth of a work in a day, and what is the other person? Milan. Milan is able to complete 1 by m of the work in a day, and Raman is able to complete 1 by r of the work in a day. This ratio is given as 6 by 5. Then Kiran and Raman can together complete a work in 12 days, or 1 by k plus 1 by r, that is equal to 1 by 12. So with all these information, you know the relationship between m and r, correct? Or you can find out m in terms of r. Put that here. You have two equations where you have in terms of k and r. You can solve for that. Correct? So definitely you will be able to solve it. I hope it's clear, right? See, you have the relationship between m and r. With that, represent either r in terms of m or m in terms of r. Substitute that in one of the equations. You have two equations, two unknown. Solve for that. Find out what is k, m and r and get the answer. Yes, that's how you go about solving the question. But like I said, you need not solve the question here. It's a data sufficiency question. Since you know the logic, just mark the answer and move on to the next question. Okay. Yes. So Vignesh says, ma'am, I am having state cooperative exam on Sunday. So all the very best for your examination, Vignesh. I request you to take allegation and mixture. So I am okay. Vignesh, why don't you refer to the video lessons that are there in our channel? So there are quite a lot of questions and content available on allegations and mixtures. You will have allegations and mixtures dealt with from basics. So might be refer to the video lessons, and I hope that will be helpful for you. We have created playlists. If you go to the channel and look for the playlists in the channel, you'll have a playlist there, topic wise playlist will be there. So check ratio, proportion, allegation, mixtures. I'm not sure how it is being put up. Either it would be ratio, proportion, allegation, mixture, or separately allegation, mixtures will be there. So just check that. I hope that helps. Yes? Okay. So when it, a small tip, when it comes to questions on mixtures, remember the removal and replacement formula. Many times that comes in very handy to solve such questions, and also the allegation rule. If you know that, most of the questions you will be able to answer using those two concepts. I mean, one concept and one formula. Okay? Yes. So that is it. With that, we are coming to an end of the questions chosen for the session. Any doubts in any of the questions? Else we will wind up the session. Any other doubts? Like see, Vignesh just had a doubt. Any other doubts? I hope all of you are following the 50-day study plan, and you've already started your preparation for the IBPS PU examination. Jitin, why were you so silent till now? I'm just seeing your name only now in the chat box. So right now we have we have not enabled IBPS PO mock examinations. It is available for the TalentSprint students. So I will let you know. I'll update you once it is, if anything of that sort is enabled. AP State, okay. SBI Clerks mains, Vignesh, I hope you clear the SBI Clerks mains examination. I think for Kerala and all it was postponed. Vidya, is it conducted? Vidya told me the other day that it is postponed. I don't know when exactly it's happening. For others, let's hope for the best. Let's hope that you all clear the examination. So, it's written now, right? Vignesh, you've already given the examination. Don't worry about the cutoff. Just hope for the best. That's the best that we can do. Puzzles. Jitin, we do regularly do questions on puzzles, right? In reasoning ability section. So just refer back to the previous reasoning ability archives. We have definitely done questions on puzzles. Syllogism questions we will be taking up in the upcoming sessions. I had a lot of queries from you on questions on syllogism, so I will be taking that up in the upcoming sessions. Okay. So great, that is it from us for now, and yes, always positive. That's how you should be, right? So you should always be confident and not overconfident. I'm sure not a lot of you, all of us won't be overconfident, because when it comes to examination, we prepare really well and we keep preparing. We will never be overconfident. So always be positive. Definitely, Vignesh, I will be doing that in the upcoming sessions. Okay? So great. That is it from us for now, and I will see you in the next session. And this is Gayatri signing off. Till then, take care. Bye. Good night.